with quarterback 20. And Jacob, because this is technically your guy that has finagled his way into our top 20, I will let you do the honors of introducing him. Who is our 20th ranked QB going into the 2022 season?
Oh, you mean my guy, like he's ranked on my list and he's
But
not
he's
ranked
not
on
ranked
yours.
on mine. That
Okay,
is
so
correct.
our number again, this is a consensus, so we each made our list and we combined them. So through that, Trevor Lawrence ended up at number 20 because I have him ranked number 20. So he found his
And I
way.
have him ranked just a bit outside. So that's
Yeah,
where
so
he
you had to
falls.
use those ranks outside of the 20 to determine those last couple spots, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Look, every single podcast we listen to, they say the same thing. He was with Urban Meyer last year. He held him back. It was a circus. That's all true. But look, there's a reason why he is one of the greatest prospects of all time. And if last year is an indication of what his career is going to be, then it's arguably going to be the biggest bust of all time. Because we were talking about him like he's LeBron James coming up, entering the NFL, like that type of prospect. And he was hands down the number one pick, talked about the most as a prospect since Andrew Luck. And to me, that's not just that talent is not just going to go down the toilet. I think that he's going to have a new state of mind coming in with his new coach, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles coach, the one that was there when they won the Super Bowl. I can't pull his name off the top of my head. Doug Peterson, yes. So I just think he's gonna have a new culture, new play callers. He has a new wide receiver core, which I don't think any of those guys individually are going to make a huge difference, but the collection of his wide receiver core, I think, is going to be a lot better than last year. And maybe one of the most important things, in my opinion, both for him mentally and on the field, Travis Etienne is back. And if anything, that's going to make Trevor Lawrence feel more at home and more just comfortable, knowing he has that safety blanket there. So I just think there's a lot of positivity going on, and that's why I have him. I mean, I have him ranked 20, which is not even that high, but I think
viable in super flex.
I think there's some optimism there for Trevor Lawrence.
That's fair. For those reasons and more, that's kind of why I disagree and I have him outside of my top 20. We're going to be talking about a few second-year QBs here on this list, especially 11 through 20 as we start to reveal them. But Trevor Lawrence specifically, I just think with a new coach, sure, Doug Peterson comes in. I think that's a new offense that he has to learn. I think that takes time. Last year, that offensive line was putrid. It was bottom 5 in the league. And unlike some of these other guys that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on, they didn't really do anything to address it too much. They addressed the defensive side of the ball in the draft. They're kind of just leaving it as it is. And then also, he was 30th in the league in completion percentage last year, which is also kind of ironic because the two guys that were behind him are also higher on our list. So it's going to be kind of interesting what we have to say about those guys as they start to approach us. But as far as Trevor Lawrence is concerned, I don't think that wide receiving core is going to do it. I think they had to overpay to get Christian Kirk there, like you had mentioned. Maybe as a more established unit together with that cohesiveness, they can get something done. But individually, I don't even know how those guys are going to find separation. I mean, Christian Kirk is good. I don't know if he's great. But clearly, he's etched his way into the top 20. And that's good enough for us because that's viable in Superflex leagues. As of right now, as it currently stands, according to NFC, his ADP is the 18th quarterback off the board. That's right around the middle of the 12th round. So he is there if you want him. And when you're drafting quarterbacks that late, they're technically flyers. So you're looking for upside anyways. And if there's anybody that can take upside, it's a second-year QB, and it's the number one prospect going into last year, Trevor Lawrence.